Alright, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install Apple CarPlay into your 2008 Toyota Camry. First thing you're going to need is Phillips head screwdriver, just a small one, and then a 10mm bolt, and then, or nut driver I should say, and then 8mm nut driver. And then you're going to need a wedge to help you remove the panels. And then this extender here is just to make it easier because some of the screws are far in there, but you don't need that. It's just to make it more convenient. And then obviously you're gonna need the radio itself. It comes with the USB for the wired connection to your phone, and then the main power cables, the antenna and stuff like that, and then the audio cables, and then a microphone so you can take your calls. So yeah, and then the actual screen itself, that's in here. But first we're gonna start with removing these panels. Put these in there. You don't actually need a wedge for most of this. You're only gonna need that for up here. I should have said that. But a lot of these you can just remove by hand. We're gonna wanna start taking out anything that might get in the way. I'm just gonna throw this back there. And then whatever that is, I'm gonna throw that over there. And then just wanna take your hands and then pull this out. Pull this panel out. Oh, sorry, you should probably take these out first, yeah. Excuse me. Take these out. Put these in the back. And then you can take this panel out right here. Might want to open that up first. That did not sound good. So you're going to want to take this out. That was my problem. Then you have these right here for your cigarette lighters. You just want to press this pin right here and pull it out just like that, and then pull this out, like pull and then push it out just like that. Okay, then you can also put this somewhere safe so it's not in your way. All right, then you're gonna want to grab that Phillips head out. These two screws right here, they're pretty small. You don't need anything big for that. Probably don't even need a drill for this. I'm just being extra. And then just move them like so. It's the wrong way. And you're just gonna want to put these screws somewhere safe. I'm just gonna put them right there next to my feet. And do the same thing with the next one. Put that right there. Alright, and then to remove this, you're gonna need to put the car in drive, so this can get out of your way. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. Just take that out like so. Then you're gonna have these two cables back here. It's the same thing as the other one. Just find that clip and then push it and then pull it out. Should probably turn that off. And then right here, same thing, push and pull. This one might be a little bit tougher. All right, once you got that off, just put it somewhere safe with the other things back there or wherever your safe spot is. You can also turn the car off now. The keys right here. And then now once you've done that, you're gonna wanna take out this panel right here. And you want to be careful because this plastic right here is really soft. You can see like the indents on there right here. It's really soft. You don't want to break it more, make it look bad. But put that somewhere safe as well. Right, once you got that, then we have the 4 10mm bolts I was talking about earlier. There's one up here, one right here, right next to it, and then 2 at the bottom, down there, right here. I don't know if you can see it. They're there. My hand's covering it, but. And then this is where you're gonna need the extender for that, so I'm just gonna put that on really quick. All right, now when you got it on, you just get in there, start taking those screws out. All right, I got it here. Put that in a safe spot. I'm putting it right next to my foot. Then you want to get the other one. Oh, shoot. The other one, which is, I like to go in a diagonal pattern when taking out 4 screws, just so the pressure is even and stuff. All right, and then once you get all 4 of those off, you can now pull out the radio. All right, now that you got it off, you want to unplug everything. You got your XM radio right here and your FM radio. All right, and then you got your steering wheel controls back here. I want to remove those, and also your speaker connections over here that you want to take out. All right, and then you have the one at the very bottom back here for your AC controls right there. Just want to remove that. And there you go, taking out the radio. And then here is where you're gonna want to use that 8mm to remove these 3 nuts here, so you can attach the new radio to these AC controls. You can use a Phillips head for this, but they are on there really tight, and you might just end up stripping this screw, so you're better off just using the 8mm to take it off. And it's just 3 screws on each side, so. All right, and once you have that off there, flip the side and then take it off on this side. All right, now you can go ahead and remove actually no, you can't, sorry. You have to take these Phillips off because you have to slide this out, and you can't do that because these are in the way. So go ahead and take off these 2 screws. There's 2 on each side, and then you can go ahead and remove that. All right, once you got these off, you can go ahead and just slide this and pull it off to disconnect them. These are AC, and the old radio, you can just say goodbye to that, put it in the back. I did forget to mention earlier that you do have a GPS antenna, and you're gonna need to put this somewhere in the car. So I recommend that you just put it, like, you stick it right on here, or you could go under the dashboard, and then just connect the wire there. Right now, once you got that antenna on there, you're gonna want to take the CarPlay, and you're gonna want to put those two side panels back on and reattach it to the AC controls. So it's gonna be pretty similar. You're just gonna slide it and then align it with the holes on the AC controls, and then slide it into place so it locks. Alright, now once you got that GPS on, you're gonna want to take the power adapters and then plug that into this hole right here. I already did it, but you're just gonna take this black part and then plug it in there. And then once you do that, you're gonna take if you want it to be wired, this is optional, you don't have to do this. You can take this and then plug it in right here, and then you can have this go through, and you can just use wired if you don't want to use Bluetooth. But I'm not gonna do that. Now, I do want to add this. If you want to add the microphone to it, and so you can answer calls and stuff with it, then you can do that. You're gonna need this right here. You're just gonna plug it in into one of these over here, like so. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Alright, now once you got that on there, you're gonna grab the microphone here, and I want to plug this one into where it says mic right here. Let's plug that in right there. Now you can put this in many places, it's up to you. If you want to hide the wire, I recommend going back through there. There's a little opening there you can go through. You should come out back, like under the steering wheel. That's where I'm gonna put mine, so I'm gonna do that now. Alright, now when you get that through, you can just clip that on right here, which is what I'm gonna do. But first, I'm gonna just tie these wires together. Alright, and now once you got that tied and zipped together, so we want to throw that back there. And now, I believe the only things left are to connect these two to these. You won't be needing this anymore, and to connect that FM radio to your antenna, and then you should be done. So let's go ahead and Let's start with this. Let's go ahead and plug in that one there. You should hear a click. And then same thing with this one. Plug that in right there. And now, before you put everything in, you should test it just to make sure nothing's broken and everything works just fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Yeah. Alright. Alright, now that you've tested it and it works just fine, you're ready to put everything back in. So, take this, and then just like before, I'm just going to do the opposite and slide it back into place. Alright, once you did that, this antenna is pretty loose, so you'll probably have to reconnect it again. And that's fine. So, I'm gonna get the white one and then plug it in right over here. Oh, also, you're gonna want to replug in the AC controls. So that's the gray one, and it just goes in right there. Should make a clicking noise. Alright. Oh, I think I did end up putting this on upside down. This right here. Gonna have to fix that right now. Alright, now I got these flipped over. I'm gonna plug that AC control back in. Just like that. And then make sure you get these wires out the way. You don't want to squish any of them in there. And then get this. Get that FM antenna I was talking about earlier. You just plug that in. Alright, once you got that FM antenna in, ready to reinstall this. Just want to move all the wires out the way because you don't want to squish them, like I said earlier. And once you did that, you're going to want to check your AC controls to make sure those work. Alright, now once you got that back in, once you got the radio back in, you want to get that 10 millimeter. You want to get that 10 millimeter with the extender and re-screw in those 10 millimeter bolts that we first unscrewed, or that we. Alright, now once you got those 4 bolts back in, you can go to the back and then reconnect this right here for your hazard lights. And just push that back in like that. Just check to make sure those work, and they work just fine. And then now you want to go back get this right here. Go grab this, then plug it back in there. You should hear that click once again. Same thing for this one. Make sure you hear the click. Once you hear that, you're gonna need to start the car to put it in drive. Then get those screws from earlier. Put the car in park first. Turn it off, and then get those screws from earlier and screw these 2 screws back in there. Alright, once you got those 2 screws plugged in, you can now put on this panel right here. You are gonna need to plug this little cord back in. Always make sure you hear the click. This one, these 2 little sockets should align in there. You always want to aim for that first before all the other little socket things. Alright, now once you got that on, you can go ahead and grab these 2, put them back on. Just like that. And then the last thing is the shift knob. And you just can screw that in with your hand. Alright. And now you can turn on your car and enjoy your Apple CarPlay.